Hi guys, quick update here for YouTube. It's the 29th of May 2024. Hope everyone's doing great. If you want to join the group, everything's there. Follow the links below. Now we're going to have a look at DONKE. It's a coin which we've been in for the last couple of days. We're already up 10x on this move. There's a chance it could go 1000x here, frankly. This is the website. The less said about this, the better, really.
It's so sweet! DONKE.
Yeah. Let's not go through all of that right now. The tokenomics, there's really not much there. The tax, the mint has been revoked. The LP has been burnt. It's locked liquidity. But it's the supply which is really interesting. There's a supply shock going on here. There are other meme coins which we've called 100x in DONKE, 100x in Pepe. Pepe I still think goes a little bit higher, and recently Maneki coin, but no one's really mentioning this. And at the end of the day, you lose money on the entry, not on the exit. This market cap is very low, so I find it very interesting. With only a $1 billion supply, which can be confirmed on SolScan over here, the holders are gradually increasing. I mean, when we got in, there were barely 500 holders, and we were getting in about between a $250 and a $500,000 market cap. Right now, we're at 2.6 billion, right? So, you know, if there is going to be a meme coin, a little bull market here, and you know, you can't at the best of times really forecast which one's going to pump, but you have to ask yourself, which one would you rather buy? Pepe is already up 100x from the lows, as is DONKE, so there's very little gains. I think Pepe still goes a little bit higher. I think it has a chance to go a little bit higher, but we discussed the exact targets in the group. Now, what is the Elliott? Well, you could read all of that as a 1, very deep 2. And from this low here, this exact candle, I can count a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that could be a 1. And then that is another 2, right? So we've got 1, 2, larger 2, 1, 2, intermediate 2. Now we're just basing out, forming another 1, 2. So if this really is going to start rallying, it's literally going to be busting out of it in a third of a third of a third. Like I said, supply is very low. If it goes to $1, that's 1000x move from when we got in. And obviously, if it goes to $1, the market cap would be 1 billion. But we have seen some of these silly coins do really well. And, you know, it's over summer. The liquidity is low. Volumes are very low. So you can get very erratic price action, so to speak. Now, very important to highlight here that the target, I mean, the one that you want is this one here. So it's important just to, if you're going to search it on Dex Screener, make sure you're getting the right contract here and you're not just typing in DONKE, because I know there's a lot of YouTube on, I believe it's this one here. I don't think that's the right one. In fact, I know it's not the right one. So around the time of many coins getting released, there are other what you could call fake coins, and there's another one here, look. So this is nothing like this. I mean, you can see it there. That's the actual contract, very similar looking contract, but it's not the same. Obviously the liquidity is a lot higher here, as well as the volume. The volume is 2.5, which is ridiculous because the market cap is 2.5. So when have we ever seen this? Have we ever seen this before? Comment below, please let me know. Have you seen a meme coin recently where the volume is equal to the market cap with a supply of only 1 billion? Let me see if we can get Pepe on here. Well, let's not go for Pepe, because Pepe we know has a supply of like 400 trillion. Let's go for DONKE. Let's go for the highest liquidity of DONKE. Right, look at that. 20, right, so the liquidity is very high, clearly. 24-hour volume. But what's the market cap? 3 billion. Billion with a B, right? So that's like 3,000 million, obviously. So with DONKE, you know, you really have to ask yourself. I mean, it's already kind of had its day, hasn't it? So it's all about finding the next DONKE, you know, finding the next Dogecoin. That's a 400, you know, 377. No, well, 37,000% move there from the lows, but obviously the lows were way back when. So I think this has potential. It's ridiculous to suggest a meme coin can, well, it's not ridiculous actually. We've seen these meme coins do 100x. The question is which one's going to do it. I think as a minimum, what I find interesting is the dynamics up play here, which is a very low supply of 1 billion. Let me just compare that to DONKE actually once again. It's got locked liquidity, which is important. So we've spoken about the volume relative to the market cap, which I find very interesting because it's pretty much 1-to-1. In fact, there were some instances yesterday where the volume was actually higher than the market cap, which is unbelievable. How that is even possible. A lot of people are obviously trading this back and forth, and you can see the whale stepping in. There was a whale who is also in another meme coin, because you can click on the address, you can see what else they've been holding, and they're just continually adding to their position. So anyway, let's go on to the actual the supply. Let me see if I can pull up the supply for Bonk here. Yeah, I mean, look at that. You've got a ridiculous amount of supply there. Just the pooled Bonk is 43 billion, so we don't even need to really go into that. It's very clearly a lot higher here. So and the supply here is a lot less. It's well, that's the pooled supply. Okay, let me just pop that back 1 second. Let me just go back onto Bonk here. Let's just open up the actual contract address. Right, that's the one that we need. Let's open up the contract address here. What is the supply of this coin? What's that? 93,000 million, we believe. Is that 93 billion or 93 million? Or is that 93 trillion? What is the actual supply of Bonk here? Let me just double check, because there's a lot of zeros right there. So Bonk coin market cap. Let's just see if we can get the actual supply, because we rarely see a 1 billion supply. What are we here? Yeah, it's a circulating supply. I mean, how much is that? That might be 67 trillion. There's a lot of zeros there. It's the 1,000 million. Yeah, so it's the 67 million. So it's 67 trillion, clearly. So that's a ridiculous amount of supply. Anyway, that is the coin. We're already up 10x. I think it can go to $1, which is a 1000x move, right? So if we've seen the meme coins with these silly websites doing silly things, I mean, there's not much else there. They've added on to CoinGecko now, so they're now on CoinGecko. They're on Dex Screener. They've got a working Telegram, working Twitter, and where are we here? As we said, look at that. Look at the volume to valuation ratio. It's absolutely ridiculous, and currently the market cap is very, very low. It's not obviously operating on a KEX right now. You can only buy it on a DEX. So you've got Jupiter and you've got Radium, right? And obviously over time, one would think if it gets enough hype, we can go a lot higher here, and then we're going to start seeing Kraken, MEX, everyone's going to be all over it, Binance, and obviously we're looking for the ultimate one, which is the Coinbase spot listing. So we're nowhere near there yet, but like I said, you lose money on the entry, not on the exit. Those who are already up 5-10x, there's very little to be lost here, so you may as well just hold on and enjoy the ride. Anyway, that is the chart on DONKE coin. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the stock market here with Nvidia and everything else. We've called all the moves perfectly. I mean, we called Dow 40k 7 years ago, and we've hit Dow 40k. Set an Nvidia to 2k. Now, getting out of those positions is going to be very important. So if you want to know more, just come and join the group. We'll try and get updates when we can on YouTube, but the best place to be is to join the group. You'd get all the updates in real time and not delayed as I do on YouTube. And if you want to take the masterclass, if you want to learn how to forecast such calls, you know, your job here is to forecast the headline 6 months ahead of time. So if you want to learn how to do that, take the various masterclasses. And we've been meaning to get a part 2 to the mortgage course. That's been delayed for over 1.5 years now. So likely Q4 24, if not 25. Hopefully we'll get that out before the world ends, although it's looking pretty dicey on that front. Anyway, so that's the coin, Donkey Kong over here. Let's see how far it can go. Like I said, anyone who's interested in this, I would do your research. There's no white paper. It's 1 page of research. Enjoy the music. That is the contract address. I know many people, unfortunately, who have been burnt on choosing the wrong coin. This, to my understanding, is not the right coin. I don't know what this one is. Let's just click on it anyway. You can see right there, it's completely different. It's a completely different coin, different everything. It's on Solana. The volume is ridiculous. I had no idea what's going on here. I understand people have unfortunately been purchasing this rather than the actual Donkey Kong that they should be purchasing. So I'm not too sure what's happening here. I mean, you can see there, 754 holders with this much market cap. So it's obviously the wrong one. But, you know, people can very quickly, when they're making an impulsive a decision impulsively. They can click on the wrong link. So Dex Screen is really good. Dex Tools is really good. That is the coin. That's the one you want. You can click on here, trade on Radium, and obviously it opens up the little function here. You can connect your Solflare wallet, and that's how we've been purchasing it on the group. And obviously you're buying on a DEX, so you have to expect there's going to be slippage. But if it's going to go up 100x, no one really cares about 0.51% here. Those are the kind of drawbacks that you get with crypto. You're not going to, it's not going to be as liquid as a NASDAQ futures contract, is it? Or an ES contract, 0.25 a tick, with a 0.25 spread. But here you have to go with what you know, and it's the best coins are the ones you pick up on a DEX. Like we bought Pepe on MEX, and now it's all over the place. So I think Pepe still has a little bit higher to go, but you have to appreciate the bulk of that move is done. But if you want to know the actual targets for Maneki coin, Floki coin, Bonk, and Pepe, frankly, for anything, just come and join the group. But that is how you would buy this one. It's on Radium or Jupiter. Personally, I find Radium has been easier for. Sorry, I find Jupiter has been easier, especially if you're doing it from your mobile. But from the desktop, I suppose Radium also works. So you want to be getting the Solflare wallet, and obviously, you just can mess around with these settings here. If it doesn't go through, there's bound to be a bit of slippage. DEXs have to make money somehow. But in the long term, to me, something that's only valued, we were getting in here. So, it's just ridiculous price movement here. So, that's the wrong one there. Let me just, so we were getting in here in the middle of this consolidation. So, you're already up 7x on your money. So, $100 is basically $770 2 days later. But is that the top? No. Because if we get money flowing into Bonk, let's say you get money going into Bonk, right? A lot of people are over Maneki now, Floki coin. Those are much larger cap coins, right? How much is Bonk? Bonk's at 2 billion. This is at 2 million, right? So obviously it's just like the altcoin ecosystem, right? Money, starts off in Bitcoin, Ethereum, then it goes into the mid caps, then the small caps, then the lower caps. So how does money ever get to Donkey Kong over here? Well, you would think there would be money filtering down in this Solana ecosystem. Maneki's really interesting. We covered that just a few days ago. So we are in all of these coins. All I'm saying is, would you not want the chance to pick up a coin which is trading at a ratio volume to market cap of literally 1, and in some cases more than 1? When have we ever seen that? On top of that, the supply is 1 billion. So if demand stays the same, supply is down, price has to go up. There's no other mathematical way around it. Price has to go up. Anyway, that's my feeling anyway, that a lot of these other meme coins have kind of had the day. And that money will eventually filter down into the system here, and generally over summer you're gonna get some crazy stuff happening because the liquidities are low, volumes are low, and it's meme coin. Even GME recently was up 15%, wasn't it? So lots of interesting things going on here in the stock market. If you want to know more, come and join the group. Anyway, that is the coin. Let's see how well it can perform. And if you're in the group, you get access to all the calls early. But what would you rather buy right now? Bonk, Maneki coin, Floki coin, or Donkey Kong? I'll leave that for you to decide.